everyone, Christina here. Welcome back, or if this is your first time, welcome, right? Welcome to the best study buddy tutoring channel video there is. We're gonna have fun. We're doing a word problem. We love word problems. It might just be me, but maybe at the end, you might like them too. Let's see for this one. We have a guitar factory. That's cool. We have a guitar factory that has a cost of production, which is C of X equals 75X plus 50,000. Wow. If the company needs to break even after 150 units sold, at what price should they sell each guitar? Okay. And then, round up to the nearest dollar and write the revenue function. Let's first, stick with one thing at a time. The first question they asked that they want to know the price that they need to sell each guitar if they want to break even at 150 units sold. So the first thing is, let's talk about business, right? That's fun. And let's talk about breaking even. Now, for a break-even formula, let's just put the formula out there and then let's just discuss what it is. Here is the break-even formula. Bing! Your break-even formula, or also known as a breaking even point, right? Or to just break even, just means that your total gain equals your total loss. A revenue for a company, any company, right, is the total amount that is gained after taxes. And life lesson, you must pay your taxes. Fun fact, right? Cool. Anyway, revenue, let's just make this easy, right? We paid all of our taxes, all that money went to Uncle Sam, and now we have a chunk of money, right, at the end of the day. When you're breaking even, that money that you earned, right, this is your money that's gained, is going to cancel out with all the money that you had to shell out, right? That's your total cost. That's the money that's lost. So money lost. So in essence, at a break-even point, or, to break even, there is no loss and no gain. Literally, you're breaking even. Now, in this case, they told us that our cost function, the cost of production, was C of X equals 75X plus 50,000. So we know the total cost part, but the revenue part, they don't give it to us, right? We have to actually write out that revenue function. But let's see now, right? If we take our cost, and our cost function is C of X equals 75X plus 50,000. Now you might be saying, well, what is X, right? X, usually when you're talking about with business, is always called a unit. It's a unit sold. And the unit corresponds with what the business is actually doing. So it could be many different units, right? Now, in this case, we have a guitar factory. And they are telling us that, what's the price should they sell for each guitar? So what is the unit here? The unit is guitars. So our X value is going to be how many guitars that have to be sold. So that means that this X value is how many guitars sold. Now, they did say that if the company needs to break even after 150 units are sold, right? The X value is always that unit. The unit is the guitar. So do we know what that X value is? Yeah, they told us. In order to break even, we need to sell 150 units. So this X value is 150. So from that, we can find out what the total cost is. If it's easier, you could get rid of the C of X and just say that this is going to equal the total cost, right? The cost of production, the total cost. Always make it easy for yourself. So let's see. Total cost equals 75 times 150. And then we're going to add 50,000 to it. That's a lot of costs. So if we just do that real quick, 75 times 150 plus 50,000. My total cost to break even is $61,250. So that's my loss, right? Which means that if I'm losing $61,250, how much money do you think I have to gain to break even? Yeah, if you're losing $61,000 because maybe, I don't know, rents, whatever the cost is, you got to, shell out money to produce the guitars, right? That means that the money that you have to make from selling the guitars has to equal the same amount, $61,250. Okay. Now, we're still not there yet because we want to find out what price should they sell each guitar. Well, we now know on the revenue side, so now let's just write that. Maybe I could bring this over here now. So this is all done. We now want to talk about the revenue side and how we're going to make money. Now, the revenue, we have to come up with a formula, right? We know that this $61,250 has to come from, obviously, the amount of guitars that we sell, right? So that's the total units. But we don't know what price should we sell the guitar at. But we know that it's going to be some type of price times the unit. And that's usually the general formula for a revenue. It's always going to be whatever you're selling times the price that you're selling it at. Now, in this case, we know that the revenue to break even is $61,250. We don't know what the price is. So maybe if you want to say that that is a P, right? Times by the units to break even. They did say that we have to do 150 units. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to divide by 150. And my P value, which is the price, is, I'm going to take this, I'm going to divide by 150. And they say round up to the nearest dollar. So I get 408.33 cents, but they say round up to the nearest dollar. So the price for each guitar is going to be $409 for each guitar. So that's the answer to the first part. We're going to sell those guitars for $409 because we need to sell 150 to break even. The break-even amount was $61,000, so 409 times 150 will get us roughly that amount. So that's the beginning. What price should they sell each guitar? Now, the last thing we have to do is just write that revenue function. Now, generally speaking, the revenue function, which we said is this, usually in a given revenue function, keep in mind that just like in the total cost, the X value is the units, right? It's the units that are sold. So I don't want to see the unit number in my function. We're going to make that X. Now just know that a revenue, generally, just like cost is C of X, revenue is capital R of X. Now instead of saying the unit as 150, we want to make that the variable because maybe sometimes I only sell 2 guitars. Maybe sometimes I only sell 50 guitars, or maybe I go over and I sell 300 guitars. That is your variable. So that's going to be the X value, but keep in mind that the price is always the same, right? No matter how much I'm going to sell, in this case, right? Then when you get to not macro, but microeconomics, then stuff gets a little crazy. And hopefully in the future we will have, those videos for you as well. If you guys are taking AP macro, micro, we got you covered. But anyway, the revenue is going to be 409 times as many units that are sold, because the units is the variable that changes. And this is now your revenue function, which is very similar to the actual one that we used, but just know that the units in a general revenue function is the stuff that is changing, so that's the X value, not the price. And there we go. So we're going to sell each guitar for $409, and the revenue function is 409 times how many guitars, the X. And that's it. What'd you think? I hope this helped you out. I hope word problems are fun. It's kind of like a puzzle, right? And it's really rewarding at the end of the day when you look at your work and you say, that was nice. Maybe that's me once again, but yeah, it's the little things in life, right? So thank you so much. I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments. I love talking to you guys in my free time, commenting back and stuff like that. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you want to help us out. Tell your friends. Check the website out. We might be able to help you out, or we actually may be able to help you out. We got tons of stuff going on the website, so check it out. There'll probably be a link in the description. But yeah, I hope you had a good day, and I hope you have a good night. And keep studying hard, right? In all your classes, you guys rock. And yeah. Also, I would like to give a huge shout out to Maricela. Thank you so much for being a member to the channel. Your support means a lot to my brother and me, and we're thrilled to have you be a part of this amazing community. Memberships are open on the channel, and if you want to become a member, just click that join button, which can be found below on any video if you're watching on your desktop, or it can be found on the overall channel page too. For all of you that want your name shown in the video, don't forget to choose the gold tier or higher. Thank you so much for considering, and have a great day. Talk to you in the next lesson. Bye-bye!